wild. The world has gone completely silent, the kind of silence that screams louder than any siren. One moment you're worrying about your student loans, and the next the guy who used to make your coffee is trying to take a bite out of your jugular. It's the apocalypse, people. Civilization has crumbled, the grid is down, and humanity is on the menu. But amidst the chaos, the blood, and the absolute carnage, there's one man who isn't just surviving. He's clocking in. Meet Mengsu. And right now, he is standing tall in the middle of a nightmare, surrounded by the undead, looking like he just stepped out of a high-stakes board meeting. But look closer. Look at that interface hovering in front of him. Class clerk level 2. Oh, you heard that right. While everyone else is speccing into soldier or survivalist, this absolute legend is leveling up his administrative skills. He's playing a completely different game. We cut to a dark, claustrophobic hallway. The air is thick with dust and the smell of danger. A shadow stretches across the wall, long, menacing, and terrifying. And cowering on the floor is a young woman, Shen Jiaozhou. She's trembling, her eyes wide with that primal fear of a prey animal cornered by a predator. She looks up at the silhouette looming over her. The darkness hides his face, but the presence is overwhelming. Are you still alive? She stammers, her voice barely a whisper, cracking under the weight of her terror. She's probably expecting a zombie, or worse, a scavenger with bad intentions. But then the figure steps into the light. It's a young man, sharp features, intense eyes, and a smile that's a little too wide, a little too bright for the end of the world. And what does he do? Does he offer a weapon? Does he offer food? No, ma'am. He hums happily like a neighbor greeting you over a white picket fence. And then boom, he shoves a glossy, colorful magazine right in her face. Great, 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 I found a living person. We hit the jackpot, fam. He shouts, his energy exploding off the charts. He's holding up a flyer for Blue Island Sports. Are you kidding me? The world is ending, zombies are roaming the streets, and this guy is handing out gym memberships. Look at his face. He looks like a kid who just found a shiny Charizard card. He is absolutely thrilled, not because he saved a life, but because he found a customer. This is insane. Shen Jiaozhou is sitting there confused out of her mind. She's staring at this flyer, staring at this maniac, probably wondering if she hit her head and is hallucinating the whole thing. Cut to the interior of an office. The sign on the frosted glass reads Law Firm. It's eerie, bathed in the blue light of the apocalypse. Shen Jiaozhou is sitting on a couch, nervously twisting her hands. She starts explaining her situation, and folks, it is tragic. Hello, lawyer Zhang Wei. My name is Shen Jiaozhou. I'm 24 years old, a graduate of Madu University majoring in Chinese language and literature. She's giving her resume. She's treating this like a job interview because she doesn't know how else to react to this guy's corporate energy. She continues, tears welling up in her eyes. I came here to ask for legal advice. I have a friend. She pauses, the trauma hitting her hard. She, at work, suppressed by her boss, and the boss bit her. Oh man, that's not a workplace dispute, sweetheart. That is a zombie outbreak. But look at Mengsu. He's sitting behind the desk, leaning back, listening intently. Behind him, two gruesome figures, zombies, actual zombies just chilling in the back like unpaid interns, and Mengsu, he starts laughing. Kekek, it starts as a low chuckle, then erupts. His eyes are glowing with a manic purple light. Shadows dance around him like they're alive. He reaches out a hand, his fingers splayed like claws, and for a second he looks more terrifying than the monsters outside. He leans over the desk, invading her personal space, his face twisted in a mask of pure, unadulterated chaos. Shen Jiaozhou grabs her head, shrinking away, screaming internally, Mommy. She is terrified. She's realizing that maybe, just maybe, the guy controlling the zombies is scarier than the zombies themselves. She's thinking, how is he controlling them? Is he a necromancer, a psychic? The fear is paralyzing. Suddenly, Mengsu's demeanor snaps. The laughter stops. He leans in closer, his expression dead serious, almost annoyed. No, seriously, speak up. Why are you staring at me? Is the answer written on my face or something? Is this the level of a Madu University grad? It feels worse than a vocational college. He's roasting her academic credentials. In the apocalypse, the audacity of this man is off the charts. He's waving a pen around, scolding her like a disappointed professor. I'll speak, she squeaks, terrified of getting a bad performance review from a lunatic. She screams out the rest of her story, tears streaming down her face, mouth wide open in a panic. I have a friend. She was at work, suppressed by her boss, and the boss bit her. While she's having a meltdown, a golden holographic window pops up in front of Mengsu. It's the system. The distributed flyer attracted a customer. You received cash plus 1,000, flyer distributor profession EXP plus 1, flyer distribution complete. Mission reward, profession EXP plus 1, cash plus 10,000, points plus 2. Boom, just like that, he's grinding stats. Another window flashes. Your profession can be upgraded. Profession upgrade successful. Current profession level, flyer distributor level 3. You gain plus 0.5 agility, plus 0.5 constitution, plus 0.5 strength. He's literally getting stronger by handing out junk mail. His stats are climbing. Spirit 9, constitution 10, strength 13, agility 11.5. He's becoming a superhuman bureaucrat. Mengsu looks at the screen, satisfied. Oh, good job, he mutters, praising himself. Then he turns back to the crying girl. He walks over holding a wrench. Yes, a wrench, because why not? He looks down at her, looming tall. You are Shen Jiaozhou, right? She looks up, tears ruining her mascara, nodding frantically. He smiles, closing his eyes in a look of faux gentleness. You did very well today. Come find lawyer Zhang for legal advice once a day from now on. If you have time, check out the swimming fitness center or new housing pre-sales. He's cross-selling. He is literally upselling her services while the world burns. But to Shen Jiaozhou, this sounds like kindness. In a world where everyone is trying to eat her, this guy is inviting her back. She wipes her tears, sniffling. You're so nice, she whispers, her heart melting a little. She genuinely thinks he's a savior. And then the trap snaps shut. Mengsu's face darkens. A shadow casts over his eyes. He leans in, his smile turning predatory. By the way, did you pay? The air freezes. The romantic music stops with a record scratch. Shen Jiaozhou freezes. Pay. Mengsu straightens up, pointing a finger at her accusatorily. Yeah, pay up. Doesn't legal advice cost money? Look, it says 200 an hour up there. You chatted for half an hour. Remember to leave 200 for lawyer Zhang. This guy is unbelievable. He is charging her consultation fees in a doomsday scenario where currency is toilet paper. Shen Jiaozhou looks at him, totally flabbergasted, tears starting to flow again. She is broke and terrified, and now she's in debt. You're so right, she sobs, broken by his overwhelming logic. Meng-su ignores her breakdown and pivots instantly. By the way, Shen Jiaozhao, I'm planning to start a business. Your company doesn't seem to be doing well, right? Interested in working for me? He's recruiting. He sees a desperate, unemployed literature grad and thinks, cheap labor. Shen Jiaozhao hesitates. She looks at him. He looks unstable. He looks dangerous. He's holding a wrench and talking about money when society has collapsed. But then she looks outside, the zombies, the death, the chaos. She thinks he looks unstable, but still more normal than the zombies. And he takes down zombies with one hit. At least he can protect me. It's a survival calculation, crazy boss versus being eaten alive. She makes the choice. Hello, boss, I'm Shen Jiaozhao. I'd like to join your company. She bows respectfully. She's hired. But wait, the system isn't done with Meng-su yet. A massive wall of text appears in front of him. Host, please note, creating a company is not just about lip service. You need a perfect business license and procedures. Due to the perfect plot of My Perfect Life, you only need to go to the relevant agencies to perfectly process the license. Please proceed to the Industry and Commerce Bureau, Housing Authority, Public Security Bureau, Technical Supervision Bureau, Tax Bureau, and Bank to process the necessary procedures. Of course, everything can be expedited and simplified. You temporarily possess company authority. Please complete all procedures within 7 days, otherwise it will be deemed as the first entrepreneurial failure. The system is asking him to go to the DMV, the bank, and the tax bureau. During the apocalypse, that is harder than fighting a dragon. Meng-su reads the requirements. Company, please enter nickname chairman. Meng-su employees 3 current company address 4th floor. Employee list Kaiwei Zhengtao Shen Jiaozhao. Meng-su loses it. He grabs his hair screaming at the invisible screen. System, you're being a pain in the ass. It's the apocalypse. Why go to relevant departments for paperwork? Are you sick? He is furious. He can handle zombies, but bureaucracy, that's the real enemy. But he has no choice. He sighs, defeated by red tape. Let's go back to the 4th floor. We're a startup, lots to do, he commands, walking away. Yes, boss. Shen Jiaozhao follows dutifully. Back in the office, the tension settles. The 2 zombies in the corner growl softly. At $% and, okay, boss, one of the zombies seems to groan. Wait, did the zombie just agree with him? Meng-su sits on the couch and hands Shen Jiaozhao a bottle of Coke. A glass bottle of Coke, that is liquid gold right now. She accepts it with trembling hands. I thought about it on the way back, Meng-su says, looking like a visionary CEO. Let's call the company Peace and Order, naming successful. Peace and order, in a world of chaos and carnage. The irony is thick enough to cut with a knife. Boss, great name. Shen Jiaozhao cheers, giving a thumbs up. She's fully drinking the corporate Kool-Aid now. She introduces herself in her head again. As the saying goes, learning the hardships of the world at a young age. I, Meng-su, haven't even graduated yet. I'm still in the first week of my internship. And I already own my own industry. I'm a real winner in life. Wait, that's Meng-su's internal monologue. He thinks he's winning. He stands by the window, arms spread wide, looking out at the ruined city like it's his kingdom. Boss, you're amazing, Shen Jiaozhao praises him, playing the role of the sycophant employee perfectly. But then, the grumbling sound, not a zombie but a stomach. Hungry, huh? Meng-su glances back. He points to a stack of cups in the corner. Grab some instant noodles over there, it's all cheap stuff anyway. Instant noodles, a pyramid of spicy, savory instant noodles. To a starving survivor, this is a Michelin star feast. Boss, you're the best. Shen Jiaozhao's eyes light up with pure joy. She grabs a cup, tears it open, and slurps down those noodles like her life depends on it. Slurp, the flavor explodes in her mouth. The warmth spreads through her body, her eyes sparkle. Tears of joy stream down her face. A pink aura of happiness surrounds her. Is this what happiness feels like? She thinks, blushing. She's in ecstasy over MSG and dehydrated vegetables. This girl is easy to please. But the break is over. Meng-su is back in boss mode. I now appoint you as the company clerk, he declares, sipping his tea. Use that computer later to print a labor dispatch contract. Just say that our Peace and Order group signed an agreement with Jianglan Technology Co., Limited. And now you are going to work for Jianglan Technology, understand? Shen Jiaozhao freezes mid-slurp. Your daily work is just making spreadsheets and stuff. She stares at him, baffled. It's the apocalypse and I'm making spreadsheets? This is the most dystopian thing I have ever heard. The world is ending and she has to do data entry. Can't use Excel? Meng-su asks, his tone sharpening. I can. Okay, boss. She panics. She's terrified of being fired. Literally. All right, those 2 outside are your colleagues. Meng-su points to the horrific figures standing on the balcony. The one with half a face is Kai Wei. The flat-headed one is Zhang Tao. He introduces them like normal coworkers. Kai Wei used to be the board secretary of Red Star Moving Company, and Zhang Tao was a manager at Jianglan Technology, he explains casually. We see the zombies. One is missing half his face, looking grotesque in a torn suit. The other has a caved-in skull. They stand there menacing, dead and rotting. They both felt their original companies had no future, so they came to work at Peace and Order, Meng-su says. No future, they have no pulse, they are dead, Meng-su. They didn't transfer jobs, they transferred to the afterlife. Shen Jiaozhao stares at them, her soul leaving her body. Right now I reckon they're serving as security guards. I have them watching the door, you just focus on your work. He leans in, his face shadowed, his voice dropping to a dangerous whisper. The 2 colleagues in the security department aren't very friendly. I suggest you don't chat with them too long and no need to get cozy with them. He points a finger, a dark warning in his eyes. I won't be responsible if your colleagues eat you, though maybe I could help you file a labor arbitration lawsuit and condemn them severely. Did you hear that? If she gets eaten, he's going to file a lawsuit. He's going to sue the zombies for workplace harassment. This man is insane. Shen Jiaozhao imagines herself lying on the floor, torn apart, her insides on the outside. It's a gruesome image. She trembles, horrified. I must have actually died in the bathroom, right? She thinks, tears streaming again. Everything I'm hearing and seeing now is the afterlife. It's the only logical explanation. This absurdity cannot be real life. Meng-su snaps her out of her existential crisis. What are you staring at? Eat up and get to work. This workstation used to be mine, but I'm being generous and gifting it to you. I hope you work hard and strive to become the company's first manager soon. He's giving her a promotion path in a zombie apocalypse. Boss, I'll work hard, she cries out, pumping her fist. What choice does she have? That's the spirit, Mingsu smiles, looking like a proud mentor. Shen Jiaozhao sits at the computer, her hands hover over the keyboard. She takes a deep breath. She starts typing. The familiar click-clack of the keyboard fills the room. Shen Jiaozhao working. A golden notification pops up. The system acknowledges her labor. Mingsu watches her, a dark, satisfied grin spreading across his face. His eyes glow with ambition. You've got potential, he says, and there you have it, folks. The end of the world is here, but capitalism is eternal. Mingsu has successfully recruited his first living employee, set up a zombie security team, and founded peace and order amidst the ruins of civilization. He's not just surviving the apocalypse, he's managing it. But can Shen Jiaozhao survive the probationary period without being eaten by HR? And what kind of insane business expansion does Mingsu have planned next? The grind never stops, not even for the undead. Oh man, talk about a hostile work environment. I cannot believe Mingsu actually made her pay for legal advice while zombies are literally banging on the door. That is some next level dedication to the hustle. And poor Shen Jiaozhao, going from running for her life to making Excel spreadsheets. That transition gave me whiplash. It's hilarious how the system is forcing him to deal with bureaucracy. Even in the apocalypse, you can't escape the DMV. But seriously, peace and order. With those zombie colleagues, I wouldn't trust that HR department for a second. Do you think Shen Jiaozhao is actually safer with this maniac, or is she just counting down the days until she becomes a security guard too? Let me know what you think in the comments. The world outside is screaming. It is a symphony of chaos, a cacophony of terror that has swallowed the city whole. Flames are licking the sides of skyscrapers, smoke is blotting out the sun and the streets. The streets are a meat grinder. It is the literal end of days. The apocalypse has arrived and it didn't bother knocking, it just kicked the front door down and started eating the furniture. But inside this high-rise office, it's just another Tuesday. Well, sort of. We are looking at a man who has clearly lost his mind, or perhaps he's the only one who has found it. Amidst the snarling faces of the undead pressing against the glass, amidst the absolute bedlam of society collapsing, this guy is sitting at his desk. And he is typing, click, clack, click, clack. The rhythm is steady, calm, almost hypnotic. He's not boarding up windows. He's not sharpening a machete. He's doing paperwork. A woman, his boss, or maybe his secretary, it's hard to tell given the absolute madness, is staring at him like he's grown a second head. She's terrified, sweating bullets, her eyes darting between the monsters outside and the lunatic at the keyboard. He stops typing for a second, adjusting his glasses, and says, "You work here. I need to go to the administration bureau, the bank, and other places to handle some paperwork." The audacity, the sheer nerve, the world is burning, zombies are literally clawing at the windows, and he's talking about banking hours. He continues, his voice completely level. We're a legitimate company, our documents need to be in order. Can't stay operating as some shady outfit forever. This is incredible. This is the level of corporate dedication that either gets you promoted or gets you committed. The woman finally snaps just a little bit. She stammers out, "Boss, it's the end of the world." She's not wrong, but our protagonist, let's call him the CEO of the apocalypse, just stands up. He looks sharp. White dress shirt unbuttoned at the top, hair perfectly messy, an air of casual dominance surrounding him. He waves off the apocalypse like it's a minor weather inconvenience. "Oh, and I'll be gone for a few days," he says, walking past her. "I expect some high-level talent to come join us soon." He pauses at the door, glancing back with a look that is equal parts confident and chilling. "When they arrive, make sure you greet them properly, and don't let them eliminate our 2 colleagues, got it?" 2 colleagues? What is he talking about? He leaves the room with a swagger that belongs on a runway, not a disaster zone. The woman is left alone, trembling, sinking into her chair. "Oh yeah, got it," she whispers, probably questioning every life choice that led her to this moment. But as he steps out into the hallway, the vibe shifts instantly. The corporate mask doesn't slip, but the reality of the situation crashes in. He's not just a crazy boss. Something is happening to him, something supernatural. Ping, a holographic screen shatters the air in front of him. It's blue, techy, and beautiful. The system has arrived. "Man, my business empire is really thriving," he shouts, fist pumping the air. The screen displays a golden notification, startup successful, project category, security services, current status active. This is it, the gamification of the apocalypse. The screen breaks down his rewards like a slot machine hitting the jackpot. Gain +5 allocable experience, +1 allocable attribute point, +1 allocable skill point, +1,000,000 cash. Oh, that cash is going to come in handy if the shops ever open again. But there's a catch, a little fine print at the bottom. Note, due to the large amount of funds, they are temporarily stored in the system. If the host needs to withdraw, it will appear in cash form. He doesn't care about the logistics right now, he's focused on the power. He stands in the middle of the sleek, modern corridor looking at his own hands. Allocate attribute points, assign the attribute point to strength. Boom, the reaction is instant. Golden energy erupts from his body like a solar flare. It's blinding, his shirt strains against sudden muscle expansion. Veins pop, adrenaline floods his system, and his eyes glow with a fierce, molten gold light. It's a transformation sequence straight out of a superhero movie. He feels the surge, it's intoxicating, the power of a god flowing through the veins of a salaryman. The light fades, revealing his new stats on the interface. Host Meng Su, occupation, trainee clerk level 1, flyer distributor level 3, chairman level 50. Hold on, pause the frame. Did you see that? He's a level 1 clerk, a level 3 flyer distributor, but a level 50 chairman. That is hilarious. The system literally acknowledges that his ability to boss people around is 50 times stronger than his ability to actually do the paperwork. This guy was born to lead. The stats continue to populate. Spirit, 9 constitution, 10 strength, 14 agility, 11.5. He flexes an arm, admiring the new definition. Great buildings rise from the ground, he declares to the empty hallway, striking a pose that screams absolute victory. As chairman, I will lead this company to the Fortune 500. The background behind him turns into a visionary graphic of a rising stock market chart, a red arrow piercing the heavens. Everyone, believe in me. Meanwhile, back in the office, reality is hitting a lot harder. The blonde woman, let's call her the poor, unfortunate secretary, is losing it. She's laughing hysterically, tears streaming down her face. Ha, 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 it's the sound of a mind snapping. She's at her computer, furiously typing into a chat app. The avatar on the screen is a goofy panda face, contrasting sharply with the terror in the room. The chat log reads, waiting online, pretty urgent. She's trying to keep up the facade, trying to do her job, but then we see what she's dealing with. In the corner of the office, lurking in the shadows, are the colleagues Mengsu mentioned. And oh boy, they're not looking ready for the morning meeting. One is a heavy-set man in a suit, face gray, veins black, blood dripping from his mouth. The other is a woman, skin pale as death, eyes rolled back, clutching her own arm. Zombies. He left her in a room with 2 zombies and told her not to kill them because they are colleagues. The sheer insanity of this man, she's huddled under her desk, staring at the screen, staring at the monsters, just waiting for the end. The chat app pings again. Waiting online, pretty urgent. The scene cuts away from her nightmare to the underground parking garage. The atmosphere drops from hysterical panic to cold, blue-tinted suspense. The air is thick with dust and danger. Mengsu is walking with purpose. He's ditched the pen and picked up a weapon, a long, silver spear with a sharp tip. He looks like a modern-day warrior poet. Keep a low profile, he mutters to himself, scanning the rows of abandoned luxury cars. A Cullinan is too flashy. Let's take a Benbin instead. A Benbin, he's passing up a Rolls-Royce for a budget car. This man is committed to the humble startup aesthetic even when he could steal a tank. Little Benbin, where are you? He calls out, his voice echoing in the creepy silence. He spots a red sedan. Perfect. But as he approaches, the system chimes in again. It seems the universe has a sense of humor. Starting a business is tough, and insufficient company assets deeply affect everything. To help the host quickly solve funding issues, a temporary part-time job has been specially arranged. Wait for it, you have obtained the temporary part-time job, Rideshare driver. You have got to be kidding me. A rideshare driver? In the apocalypse, who is he going to pick up? A zombie looking for a lift to the mall. The system is relentless. Task triggered, Rideshare driver. Task reward, allocable professional experience, points, and cash. Mengsu doesn't even flinch, he accepts this reality immediately. A wonderful life starts with facing everything with a smile, the system advises. Please keep smiling, host. The goddess of luck is watching over you. Staying polite may bring unexpected rewards. He walks toward the red car, but he's not alone. Shadows detach themselves from the darkness. Figures lurch forward. The groans echo low, guttural, hungry, zombies, a whole pack of them. They surround the car, blocking his path to his new job. Mengsu tightens his grip on the spear. A grin spreads across his face, not of fear, but of manic customer service energy. Be polite, the text floats in the air. And then he explodes into action. Whoosh, the spear is a blur. He leaps into the air, defying gravity, his coat fluttering like a cape. Be polite, he screams internally as he brings the spear down. Crack, he lands a devastating blow on the first zombie, but here's the twist, he recognizes him. Isn't this Uncle Wang? Mengsu shouts cheerfully, dodging a clumsy claw swipe. You've been working hard, still patrolling the underground parking lot at noon. Sigh, he weaves through the horde, treating this life-or-death battle like a casual neighborhood stroll. He sidesteps a gnashing set of teeth and delivers a sharp, non-lethal smack to the creature's chest with the shaft of the spear. Thud. How did you know I started a company and became a boss? He asks the zombie, ducking under another swing. Another zombie lunges, a man in a blue shirt. Mengsu spins, his agility stat clearly working overtime. The spear point flashes red as it deflects the attack. Isn't this old Zhao? He laughs, it's surreal. He's name-dropping his neighbors while fighting for his life. Impact over gore, folks, that's the rule of the game here. He's not butchering them, he's aggressively disciplining them. With a swift kick, he sends old Zhao tumbling backward into a pile of his undead friends. Crash, the force is immense. Zombies are flying like bowling pins. Mengsu is a whirlwind of violence and politeness. Swish, clang, bam, he moves like water, flowing around their stiff, jerky movements. He thrusts the spear, knocking 2 of them off their feet with a single sweep. Thump, a heavy boot to the chest of a straggler sends it sliding across the concrete floor. The fight is intense, fast, and completely one-sided. Within moments, the immediate area is clear. Bodies are scattered everywhere, twitching, groaning, but definitely down for the count. Mengsu stands amidst the carnage, leaning on his spear, looking slightly winded but mostly annoyed. He wipes a bead of sweat from his forehead. Damn, work is really exhausting, he sighs. He looks down at the pile of defeated neighbors. Sigh, so many zombies, if only they wouldn't attack me, how great would it be to hand out flyers to them. This guy, he's thinking about marketing strategies. He sees a pile of reanimated corpses and thinks, missed opportunity for brand awareness. You have to respect the hustle. The parking lot is quiet again, save for the wet sounds of the undead shifting on the ground. Mengsu walks over to the red car, the object of his quest, the Benbin. He stands there for a moment, the adrenaline fading, replaced by sudden realization of logic. Is anyone even calling for rideshares anymore? He asks the empty air. He looks at the rows of empty cars, the flickering lights, the destruction. The absurdity of his mission finally hits him. Right, he mutters, reaching for the door handle. Looking for someone to call a rideshare in a parking garage, isn't that like taking off your pants to fart? It's a crude analogy but accurate. Why go through the extra steps? But the system gave a quest and a gamer completes the quest. He grabs the handle, click, the door opens. He slides into the driver's seat. It smells like old air freshener and fear. He turns the key. The engine roars to life, vroom, the headlights flare up, cutting through the gloom like twin sabers. He shifts gears, his eyes narrowing. No more playing around, it's time to drive. The tires screech against the polished concrete. Scree, smoke billows from the wheel wells as he slams the accelerator. The red car shoots forward, drifting around a corner with expert precision. He's leaving the garage, he's leaving the colleagues. He's heading out into the burning city to pick up a passenger that probably doesn't exist for a fare that is definitely worthless to level up a system that thinks he's a chairman. As the taillights fade into the ramp leading up to the surface, one thing is certain, Mingsu isn't just surviving the apocalypse, he's managing it, and if anyone gets in his way, well, he's got a spear, a smile, and a level 50 title that says he's the boss. The engine revs louder, echoing up the ramp. The world outside is waiting, and the chairman is clocking in. You see those stats? Level 50 chairman but level 1 clerk. That is the most accurate description of corporate life I have ever seen. And the fact that he's treating the zombies like annoying neighbors instead of monsters is pure genius. He's literally doing rideshare gigs while the world burns. Would you get in that car if he pulled up? I feel like he'd charge you for the ride and try to hire you. Let me know in the comments, what's your apocalypse job class? Don't forget to like and subscribe for the next shift.